Hello there, welcome to part 12 of my Clone Wars analysis series. In today's video we'll be examining the Gungan General, Season 1, Episode 12. The goal of this series is to unpack the Clone Wars animated show and look closely at its themes, characters, and politics. As always, there will be spoilers as we're covering the entire episode and series. That said, let's jump into it. Following Dooku captured, Hondo Ohnaka and his pirates on Florm have possession of Dooku. Because Dooku is an integral separatist leader, the Republic is going to pay Hondo the ransom he wants to transfer possession of the Sith Lord to Republic prison. In the last episode, Anakin and Obi Wan were at Hondo's palace to make sure Dooku was there, but after having some drinks, are now captured themselves. The quote for the episode is, "Fail with honor rather than succeed by fraud." The theme of honor is integral to the episode, as all of Hondo's pirates lack it. The pirates are very selfish, and lie, cheat, and steal to get power and money. The Jedi emphasize honor at the end of the episode and perhaps teach something about it to Hondo. In his cell, Obi-Wan says, "The deal has changed," which is a parallel to Vader altering the deal with Lando in Empire Strikes Back. In that movie, Vader is obsessed with finding Luke and doesn't really care who he manipulates to get to that end. It's a motivation stemming from the self. Hondo is also super selfish. He wants as much money as possible and isn't afraid to capture two Jedi to get even more money out of the Republic, even though he already has a deal with them to get money for Dooku. He's an opportunist, selfish, and doesn't respect the prior agreement with the Jedi and the Republic. Dooku, Obi-Wan, and Anakin are bound together. As their enemies, this situation allows for ironic and comedic dialogue between them and the enemy of my enemy is my friend trope. Hondo and his pirates are their common foes, so they have to work together, which is something that they would never do under any other circumstance. Hondo displays his intuition and intelligence. One of his pirates believes that the Separatists would have paid more for Dooku than the Republic, but Hondo knows that they would have simply sent a droid army to wipe them out. His understanding of how the world works is strong, and he mentions his mother telling him that 2 hostages is better than 1. Whether his mother was a pirate or not, I'm not sure. I think it's more believable that Hondo is making up what he says as he goes along, but does value his mother overall, and perhaps has been a good pirate all of his life. Turk Falso, the pirate Hondo conversed with, decides to do things on his own, and go against Hondo's plan. As a greedy character, he tells one of his underlings to shoot the Republic shuttle down. This motivation for wanting the spice for himself was foreshadowed in his conversation with Hondo, when Hondo reassured Falso that he would get his cut, but Falso was still ambivalent to the idea. Pirates have no honor, and their selfishness is the underlying trait and motivation for all of their actions. Falso intends to take the spice and dip, leaving Hondo without anything. On the Republic shuttle, you have Senator Karras, Representative Binks, and a small clone escort. Upon entering the atmosphere of Florm, they are quickly betrayed by the pirates as Falso's goon attacks them and the shuttle crashes. Senator Karras dies in the crash and only a few clones and Jar Jar survive. The pirate that shot them down feels some regret and wants to tell Hondo, but Turk Falso dismisses him and says that they will get the spice and head out to the crash site to kill the survivors. The banter between Dooku, Obi-Wan, and Anakin while in the cell is quite humorous. Dooku uses the Force to use a knife outside of the cell to try and open the door, but Anakin questions Dooku's tactics, and Dooku says he's trying to concentrate and wants Anakin to shut up. Obi-Wan passive-aggressively mocks Dooku with his sarcastic tone by telling Anakin to shut up and that Dooku is concentrating. Their escape plan doesn't work and the pirates take them back to the cell with tighter security. Hondo says to them, "I don't want to kill you, in fact you seem like decent fellows, even you count, this is just business." I believe Hondo would fit into the chaotic neutral typology. He does what he wants, he doesn't mind cheating, but he isn't malicious or psychopathic like Maul is later portrayed as. As Hondo says, it's just business, and he's doing what's best for him. Hondo tells them not to break out again, but as soon as he leaves the room, Obi-Wan and Dooku agree that they need to break out, because that isn't within their best interest. Obi-Wan mind tricks the guard to open the cell, and Dooku sarcastically mocks him by saying "most impressive" in a way that Obi-Wan earlier did to Dooku when Dooku was using the Force. Because Qui-Gon Jinn was Obi-Wan's master, and Qui-Gon was Dooku's apprentice, I fundamentally think that Dooku doesn't hate Obi-Wan, and is partially why he asked Kenobi to join him on Geonosis. However, that speculated kindness isn't portrayed, as Anakin and Obi-Wan mock Dooku for being a slow old man, which causes the Sith to say, "I would kill both of you right now if I did not have to drag your bodies," which is quite humorous. After the shuttle crash and the death of the Senator, not even the highest ranking clone is in command. Jar Jar, as a representative of the Republic, has the highest rank, which is ironic humor as he's clumsy and not quite qualified like the clones are to lead. They get ambushed by Turk Falso's men on speeders, who force the clones to retreat, and then the pirates take the spice. Clones want to wait for the Republic, but Jar Jar recognizes that they can't wait and suggests that they ride the native creatures on Florm to catch the speeders. Jar Jar's desire to help Obi-Wan is more specific and special than if it were another Jedi in peril, as Obi-Wan and Jar Jar go way back. Riding on the creatures, they catch up to the speeders carrying the ransom spice and engage in a shootout, which causes some of the pirates to die and the spice to get dropped and return into Republic hands. When Anakin, Obi Wan, and Dooku try to escape, the pirates stop them and Hondo says, "I guess this means we won't be friends," which goes back to his prior monologue. He wants them to cooperate so his self-interest will be fulfilled, because when they try to escape it diminishes his chance for wealth and power. Turk also lies to Hondo and says the Republic attacked, as he wants to use the tanks to get the spice back for himself. Hondo mourns the suspected betrayal by the Republic by saying, "Even in a galaxy at war, you hope to find some honor," which is incredibly ironic as he has no honor in capturing Anakin and Obi-Wan after they've already had a deal. He puts the Jedi on display in the main hall and tells them about the Republic's army they've also lied about. When Anakin says that the Republic wouldn't do that, Hondo says, "Are you calling me a liar?" To which Anakin says, "Isn't that kind of what you do for a living?" Which is humorously true, but then results in their torture. Turk Falso and his men use the tanks that Hondo approved to try and get the spice back. The pirates are dumb and greedy and want to take Jar Jar as a hostage as well because he is also worth money as he is a representative of the Republic. Jar Jar is clumsy and knocks into the tank driver, causing him to crash into another tank and the central power line, which turns off power to the pirate headquarters, allowing Dooku to escape and Anakin and Obi-Wan to fall out of the torture device. With Dooku gone, the Republic has no reason to give the spice to Hondo, so the clones and the Jedi try to leave. Hondo doesn't understand why the Jedi are just going to walk away. Obi-Wan says, "We have no quarrel with you and we seek no revenge." Hondo is fascinated by this and says, "Very honorable," which traces back to his desire to find honor in a galaxy at war despite not having any honor himself. I think ultimately this teaches Hondo a lesson. He will always be defined by his self-interest, but he does gain more redeeming qualities over time. Obi-Wan tells Hondo that Dooku knows where he lives, which is foreshadowing to when the droid army attacks Florham in the future. This episode is really important when it comes to Hondo's characterization and that of the other pirates. Hondo is displayed as someone without honor as he breaks his deal with the Jedi by capturing them and trying to extort more money out of the Republic. However, he isn't the biggest villain in this episode. That would be Turk Falso, another pirate who demonstrates that he's even greedier and more evil than Hondo by having less honor and shooting down a diplomatic shuttle and breaking a deal with his own boss. If anything, this demonstrates that all of the pirates are greedy and ready to betray each other at a moment's notice for money, but are held in line and cooperate thanks to Hondo's leadership. Later on, we see that the other pirate leaders are quick to join Maul because they think that it will fulfill their own self-interest and give them more money and power, etc. But they're just as quick to rejoin Hondo when Maul starts to lose the battle. Both of these incidents definitely give Hondo some understanding of the people he deals with, but I also think he takes a pride and enjoys the chaotic neutral aspect of the pirate world.